Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Xenosaga Episode 3. Last time, we began a series of cutscenes with Alan. I mistakenly tried to complete a side quest that I still can't do for the second time so far. And we kind of stopped off halfway through the cutscene because the episode was getting a little long. So, after watching this new android kick the crap out of hundreds or even thousands of Gnosis, let's see what Shion has to say.
If we could take apart the OS, we might be able to guess based on how the code's written. But the environment's proprietary, and we can't get anywhere close to it.
Sounds about right. I wouldn't leave those specs out if I was designing her either.
Oh, that over there is Roth Mantell, the man in charge of the T-weapon development.
Now, I'm not sure if there's any significance to the name Roth Mantell, though it wouldn't surprise me if there was. I'll have to look into that. The T-weapon, of course, being Telos. What? Do you see something, Shion? Well, screw that idea. Let's move on to something else.
Did you find anything?
Ooh, hello.
I'm sorry, sir. Nothing besides the resume that's been provided.
Oh?
We've investigated his supporters as well, but it's completely clean.
Whose? The guy on the screen?
What about you?
I've never seen him before, and I know the faces of everyone in my trade.
And what trade would that be? Selling information?
I can feel the waves from him.
What waves?
There. You mean the immigrant fleet?
Oh.
You can tell.
How?
Who do you think I am?
Based on all the information we have, I have no idea.
My apologies. All members of the immigrant fleet have at least some affinity to the waves from the Zohar. It's no surprise you can feel that. What will you do then?
We stick to the plan. If he is one of them, we'll merely use that to our advantage.
Seems to be your plan with everything, doesn't it?
And if he has no use to us, I'll dispose of him myself.
With the URTV body, no doubt.
Perhaps during the Mictum invasion that will begin soon.
Okay. So, some people seem to know what's going on, but mainly we have no idea.
We'll begin the mock battle between the anti-Gnosis humanoid weapon system and the new model human piloted weapon.
Hello, redesigned KOS-MOS.
KOS-MOS!
Not a big fan of the redesign here. Not a big fan of the design in Episode 2 either. Really do like Episode 1's version of KOS-MOS the best. But then again, I'm kind of more partial to that animation style, the more animated one. It looks a lot more like Japanese anime than some of the other games. These ones, they tend to look a little more human, a little more natural. Still, of course, animated. Still looks like anime, but it's a more humanoid one. The faces are round or more oval instead of round.
That is... Omega.
Yeah, the guy that we fought at the end of Episode 2.
I told you you'd understand when you saw it. They're calling it Omega, Res Novae. And none of us at Vector knows exactly where they got the designs for it.
We do. We fought that thing at the end of the last game. Somehow they got it from the remains of the immigrant fleet.
Stay calm, just stay calm. It just looks tough. There's nothing to it.
Hopefully.
All right, KOS-MOS, full power. Show no mercy and send it home packing.
Acknowledged. I will respond with assault mode, referencing past combat data. Estimating 40 seconds to enemy contact. Maximum output.
Well.
The pilot's condition looks good.
Yes, nerve impulse values are nominal. Everything looks fine.
Can you hear me?
So yeah, Yuli somehow, I guess the subcommittee, has control over the pilot in Omega. So I don't know how they got control of Omega if things are kind of getting transferred over. It looks like the new weapons development and Telos is being run by someone else now, the military instead, as they mentioned before. So kind of weird that we kind of see both aspects there. It's also kind of odd seeing Yuli in control of some kind of a military venture,
You may hear
since
some
she doesn't
noises
seem to
and see some light, but there's nothing to worry about.
be that type of person. You know, the only military event that she really had any control in up until now was sending Ziggy to go get Momo.
Just concentrate on the web patterns in front of you. You'll feel much better.
Dr. Mizrahi, does he understand us?
I would suspect so. If he's piloting a massive robot, probably had, you know, a resume, kind of learn what this guy is, make sure he's not going to go insane and kill us with this big, massive beast of power that we've given him.
I don't know,
Or her.
but I think it's more effective to say something than nothing at all.
Reminds me of Simpsons.
Remember what the instructor said? If you ever get into trouble, all you need to do is...
Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Stupid sexy Flanders!
Is that like the prenatal education that was popular during the Lost Jerusalem era?
Somehow they know about this. It survived all those years. I
Even
don't
if
know.
you can't understand the meaning, the nuance and the intent of the speaker might get across.
It's just to ease the mind. Our minds.
Well, that was kind of odd. But at least we see what's going on behind both of them. Do note that Telos was at 36% and took out all those Gnosis. KOS-MOS is going full out here. And they give us some interesting music here, and a very strange move, I guess, to get in behind. Christ, she's fast! Apparently so is he. Ow!
Actually, it looks like she's having a pretty good fight. It's over already?
Is she going to be okay? KOS-MOS, damage at 12%.
12%. That's not even all that much damage, considering that looked like it should have destroyed her. X-Buster? How does this not completely annihilate this guy? There's no way he's surviving that. Or it doesn't phase him at all. Okay, now I'm getting scared. I don't think KOS-MOS is going to win this. Kind of an odd battle, considering the size difference. She sure can jump. Dropkick. Okay, that's cool.
What's wrong?
I don't know. The brainwave values are unstable. Pilot's mental state is abnormal.
What does that mean? Doesn't have control, gonna lose. Out of control. Holy crap, that's not good. If that's the power that this thing has, I really don't think KOS-MOS has a chance. Or I could be wrong. I think it would have added a little more effect if the glass cracked but didn't break. they decided to go that way instead, which is
Cut the
fine.
link to the emulator. Hurry. If it keeps up, we'll lose control.
Yeah, we don't want that. He's already destroyed way too much.
How's the pilot?
His brainwaves have stabilized.
Recover Omega and force eject the cockpit. Get him out of there now.
Whoa. None of these mock-up battles ever go well. Doesn't matter what form of fiction it's in. They never go well, and they always end up with somebody nearly
It's a
dying.
pleasure to see you, Chief Ridgely. It's a shame about KOS-MOS.
Oh.
Please don't worry yourself.
Huh. Playing politics, are we, Ellen?
Who's your companion?
Oh, she's one of KOS-MOS's designers. Shion...
Ah, you must be Shion Uzuki. It's an honor to meet you. What is it? Is there something on my face?
What do you see, Shion?
Special Advisor Roth Mantell, please report to the Telos maintenance room.
Oh, excuse me.
You've got to go back to work.
You seem quite busy.
We're still in the middle of development, so there's much I have to see to. I hope we can speak more leisurely at some later time. Good day.
You sound creepy as all hell, and I'm going to stay far away from you.
What's with his attitude? Anyway,
He's
let's
superior because he designed,
Yes.
quote-unquote, the better robot. Android, whatever.
The
Anyway.
exercise area will be temporarily closed to prepare for the retrieval
What do you have to say?
Res Novae. All personnel involved should head to the basement hangar.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff. We can talk to people. No. No. There is something interesting up here. Yeah.
The exercise area will
You
be
want to know what's
temporarily
inside the
closed to
box.
prepare for the retrieval
The
of
child
Omega
sees me,
Res
it might
Novae.
turn into trouble.
All personnel
What?
involved should head to the basement hangar.
Basically, they're plot walling you, but showing you that there's something here. We'll be able to get that later. I don't think there's anybody interesting to talk to around here. They just talk about the same stuff. Yeah, that would make everybody nervous. Yeah, unfortunately, she's going to continue to talk in the background for quite some time.
The exercise area will be temporarily closed to prepare.
Let's try and cut that out as much as we can.
Shion?
Hello.
Oh, Yuli. It's good to see you again.
Oh, you have a
I
private
don't think
room.
we've seen each other since the Gnosis terrorism. You look well.
Six months,
I didn't
huh?
realize you were here too.
Yes, the subcommittee is involved in the project as well. Of course, all I'm actually doing is measuring values and babysitting.
Oh?
I heard from your brother what happened.
Who are you
You've had a
babysitting?
tough time.
You've
Yeah.
seen Jin?
Yes, he's been doing jobs for me frequently. You haven't seen him lately? I heard the Durandal is in port. Jin should be with them.
Oh, it's just... Since that incident, we've been having a hard time talking with each other.
I get it. I'm sure he's worried about you. You should at least say hello.
Now, if you went and checked out the playlist I laid out in the first couple of episodes there, you'll have seen the information that was portrayed in Xenosaga A Missing Year, the flash animations. Now, something happened toward the end of those animations between Shion and Jin. That, considering what happened at the end of episode 2, and they're kind of on better terms, that kind of muddies the water a little bit more. And that's what they're kind of referring to, why Shion's kind of so uncomfortable around Jin all over again, even though they kind of were getting along toward the end of episode
try.
2. Hello, Abel. Yes, he looks exactly like the character of that name from Xenogears. And that's not, they did that on purpose. They don't have access because, of course, after Xenogears was completed under Square, they went over to Namco and Bandai, and they worked on the Xenosaga trilogy. It's the same group of people. Certain people were released at different time, and so certain people didn't work on this game that worked on Xenogears and the other one. But for the basic ideas, it's some of the same people were working on all 4 games, and I believe many of them worked on Xenoblade as well. But yeah, this guy looks a lot like Abel from that game. Now, if you think about it, Nephilim, with her little cross pendant, which looks a lot like the little cross pendant, what was it? The symbol of Nissan, the Nissan Sanctuary, or something to that effect. It was their symbol, and it was on Faye's pendant. Now, Nephilim's wearing this, and it's kind of a callback between seeing this young boy and a young girl, considering the background of Xenogears and the whole creation of those 2 characters. It's rather interesting to see someone who looks very close to him appear in this game all of a sudden.
What is it, Abel?
And he's called Abel as well.
Is this what you want? Here you go.
So you're babysitting, presumably, a child with, seems like he has some special needs.
My primary job is to facilitate smooth communication with him.
That's your primary job?
I understand. But why? With a child so young?
Yeah.
Because this young man is an invaluable member of the Zohar Project.
How so?
He's involved with the Zohar Project?
How would he possibly be involved? Speaking of Nephilim, the kid who doesn't speak. Yeah, you can see something's happening in the background. This is rather interesting, to say the least.
How does he know what she looks like?
Well, to say something would be major spoil territory, so we won't talk about that.
All phases of the performance program are now over. Supervisors for each weapon are requested in the conference room.
Well, it looks like Telos' data feedback is done. Now I have to go entertain government officials.
Sounds boring.
Honestly, I can't believe I'm spending time on something like that.
No doubt.
Oh, Shion, why don't you go see your friends?
What? But that's...
The areas past Section 7 are security level B, but you shouldn't have any problem. After all, you were a major contributor to the KOS-MOS project. I'll contact security.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. It means I got a little more free reign around here.
Use the transporter from the terminal up ahead. You should be able to get to Vector's research wing from there.
Okay. And we get a database update. More importantly, we get another decoder. Very important that you pick that up. Okay. Research ward. Pass the eggs gate and you'll come into a passage that leads to Vector's research. We'll take a look at that, even though I didn't mean to, but that's fine. Okay, so I believe what they're telling me to do is go further here. Now, do you know anything about him? Yes, he seems to do that. Unfortunately, that voice is going to be in the background. As I said, I do like the voice actress, but there's no point in having her repeat the same thing over and over again. Once every 2 minutes, maybe, but not every 10 or 15 seconds. It's really a dick move. Is Omega's pilot alright? Okay, so you guys aren't very helpful. That's fine. And I believe we're supposed to use the one at the end, but here's a save point, so I think that's probably a good place to stop. Yeah, so transporter number 4. Alright, so anyway, that's pretty much all the time I have for today. So yeah, next time we will head on through the transporter number 4, not listen to this this lady talk over the intercom system so bloody much. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.